Hi friends, let's get into this flip through. So while I'm flipping through, I want to tell you a little bit about it. I went to the thrift store and I purchased a child's costume, and that is what I made the cover from. And I used some of my green foam to adhere all of these fabrics. You can see that it is a shaker on the front and the back, and it's 3 layers of material. I've got vintage cotton for our base material, and then I have 2 layers of tulle. The spine, I adhered the front of the costume, and I absolutely love how this turned out. This journal is available in my Etsy shop. This is a design team project for Line Arrow, and I used her kit, and the kit name is Christmas in July. And it is a sort of pastel, and it has a lot of angels in it. It's absolutely beautiful, and you'll see that as we flip through. I also want to tell you that this is part of the collaboration between Lori and I. Lori is the host, I'm her co-host, and it is hashtag Christmas in July 22. I want to thank Lori at Enchanted Dreams 71 for inviting me to do this collab with her, and I want to thank all of you that have either participated in this collaboration or who have watched the videos throughout to see what the creators came up with. You might have noticed that I printed the kit out on scrapbook paper. So we've got the kit on one side, and all of this is the kit that you see here. And then on the other side is scrapbook paper. And that's something that I really enjoy doing inside of my journals. And the reason is because scrapbook paper typically is nice and thick, and also it gives me an opportunity to use my scrapbook paper. I didn't do a lot of inking in this particular journal, and that is because it's got an angel theme, and I wanted everything to be really light and bright. There's a little bit of inking, but I definitely did not go over the top with it. Something I did do a lot of was I did a lot of sewing, and you can see here is some trim, and I sewed that in. Here's the center of the first signature, and I did pretty elaborate bead dangles, and more so than I normally do, and I really enjoyed doing that. So there was a lot of pearls on there, and then some buttons, and here you can see that there's a little bell, and I tied some of the fabric from the front on there and attached it with a bulb pin. Another thing that you will notice in this journal is I really wanted to make it tactile and 3D, so I put real feathers in it, and I got these feathers. My mom gave them to me. They are from her beautiful chickens, so there are feathers throughout. Another thing that I have throughout is lace, trim, and flat back rhinestones. I chose rhinestones because they look, kind of like icicles. So I was really going with a angelic, wintry feeling when I put this journal together. You will also notice throughout that I have added some fabrics here and there. So I've got fabrics on some of the tags. I have them on the previous page. There was one that was sort of cut into the shape of a banner. So you see a little bit of that here and there. I made 3 of these large tags, and they come in the kit, and I have to tell you, they are definitely the most interactive tags that I have personally ever made. I absolutely love them. So I will make sure to include the link in my description box for the video of when I made these. Each tag has a pocket with an additional tag inside, as you can see here. Each one has a flip of some sort. This one flips down. And then at least 2 of them have belly bands. And it might actually be that all 3 of them have belly bands that hold some ephemera. I had a wintertime or Christmas time storybook, and I pulled some pages out of it, and you can see here I used a page on this tag, and I believe I used a page on each one of the tags. I really enjoy using lace in my journals. Of course, I can't use it in every journal because it maybe doesn't go with whatever theme that I'm making, but I do enjoy putting lace in there, and it just adds so much texture and it adds such a feminine touch. And so when I can get away with it, I like to do that a lot. On the right side of this spread, you'll see that there's a little side tuck, and on the bottom I put, it's just a little bottom tuck, and it helps keep the tag from falling out. And I actually used an old, maybe Christmas card, and then matted it on the green scrapbook paper, and then now that's a nice big tag. Here we have a vintage earring, and I attached it with an eyelet and an O-ring. And then here are some more of the real feathers, and I just thought that that was fitting for this journal because it has an angel theme. Here are the bead dangles for this center spread. They're a little bit over the top, but I really like that for this journal. There's a lot of things about this journal that are a little bit over the top, but I think it works well. Here's another one of those tags that I made, and it's got a little flip, and I used the book page. And the other thing I forgot to mention was that I used my gold gilding paste on the tags, and I really like the effect that it has. So I want to take some time to play with that a little bit more and really learn how to use it. I chose to add this piece of jewelry to the journal with a eyelet, as you can see, and a bulb pin, and I chose it because it had some gold chains on it, and also because it's white, it's like white shell, so I just thought it fit really nicely. This is a greeting card that I had salvaged, cut the other half of it off, and then rounded the corners. And of course, here is a beautiful angel tag that I am keeping in the journal with a Christmas tree paper clip. Here we have another page with 3 small pockets, and in each pocket is some small ephemera that can be written on. This page also has some lace going right down the edge. As you can see, this page is a little bit smaller, and I took and I edged it with lace on the front and the back of that page. There are a few Christmas magazine pages throughout. Here I've got some Christmas stationery that I saved from the thrift store, and I went ahead and coffee dyed it, and as you could see, I added a feather to that. And then on the opposite side we've got lace, and then on the right hand side we have another feather with a little piece of lace just to cover the base of the feather. And then also on the pocket, I used a beautiful doily that was given to me by my friend Dale at Not Too Shabby Chic. There are also several sheets of vintage music paper, and I feel so fortunate to have found this particular paper because it's of excellent quality and it's really thick, so there's no problem with it supporting the pockets that I've attached to it. I'm excited to share this spread with you because, first of all, it's beautiful, and this is the kit that you're looking at. And, well, hold on, let me show you the bead dangles. All sorts of goodies on there. We got pearls and buttons and all kinds of things. But look at the beautiful deer, and then on the right-hand side is a shaker page. And I did that for week 3 of this collaboration, and I'll make sure that I attach that video in my description box if you're interested to see how I put that together. This is the back of the shaker page, and I put some coffee dyed paper over it, but I do believe that it is firm enough that you can write on it and it shouldn't cause any problem at all whatsoever. This is the third and final large tag. There's been a lot of small tags that you've seen, obviously, but this is from week 1 when I made tags, and I love it. This image is from the kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then this is the little piece that will go inside. There's a little pocket in each of the tags. And then when we flip it over, you can see the book page that I used, and then you can see that there's a little flip and a ticket inside of a small pocket. And I almost forgot to show this to you. There is another pocket inside of that small flip, and I stuffed 4 tickets in it. Then on the back, I have a little belly band made from tickets and a small tag from the kit. On the right, you are seeing the back side of the coffee dyed Christmas stationery, and I just lined that with some lace down the side, and I put a little wooden snowflake charm. And then here's the front side of the stationery, and I added this white feather. This feather was from one of my mom's ducks, and I think it works in here just beautifully. And here are some tags. I didn't overdo it with the magazine pages, but there are, I don't know, I think there's 3. Actually, there's 3 magazine pages inside of this journal. All of them have a Christmas theme to them. You know, we're calling it a junk journal, so we've got to have some thrifted items, some junk items, all that good stuff. As I mentioned in the beginning, there are 3 layers of fabric, actually 6 layers altogether, because I've got 3 layers on the outside and 3 layers on the inside to create this particular sort of snowy, shiny look that we have going on here. Friends, I thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. And as always, thanks for watching. See you soon.